Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and having good health. So, today's lecture we have it is the factors affecting the evaporation. So, before to discuss the factors affecting the evaporation, we must know that what is the main process of evaporation. So, here we have the process of evaporation. The process of evaporation is simple, the conversion of the liquid into the gas phase, or we can say that the conversion of liquid into the vapors, it is known as the evaporation. Now, what are the main factors that are going to affect the process of evaporation? Mainly we have three factors. The number one factor we have surface area. The second factor we have it is temperature. Then the third factor we have intermolecular forces. Now, what type of intermolecular forces are going to be affect the process of evaporation? So, surface area, temperature, and intermolecular forces, we will discuss that in detail. So, let's have a look on the first factor. This we have surface area. Simple, you must know that what does mean by the surface area. Surface area is mainly the surface that is having the interaction with the surroundings. For example, if we have a glass and if we have a simple container, or we can say we have a jug, then the size of the jug is like glass like this and the jug is having like this. So here this is the mainly surface area of the glass and this is the mainly surface area of the jug. So you can see that here the surface area of glass is less and the surface area of jug is more. How it is going to be affect the process of evaporation? When there is a process of evaporation, you can see that here only the small molecules are on the surface. On the other hand, here a large number of molecules are on the top of the surface. So they have more power, or the more molecules can escape the surface at a time. On the other hand, from the glass, the less molecules will escape the surface. So here, if the surface area is large, when the surface area is large, then the process of evaporation is high. And on the other hand, when the surface area is less, then the process of evaporation is also less. So in this picture, you can see that we have a container or a glass. In the glass, you can see that the surface area is less, and in the container, you can see that the surface area is more. So A and B. In the A container, the process of evaporation will be less. On the other hand, in the container B, the process of evaporation will be more. Now, what is the reason? Because its surface area of the container B, it is large, and the surface area of that glass or the container A is small. So, the process of evaporation will be less in container A, and the process of evaporation in container B, it will be more. So this is a simple effect of surface area on the evaporation. Next we have temperature. So the main thing that is going to be happen is evaporation, and why evaporation is there? Because of the kinetic energy of molecules. When the molecules have more kinetic energy, then they will escape the surface more easily. On the other hand, when we increase the temperature, then kinetic energy of the molecules is also increases. If the kinetic energy of the molecules is going to be increased, in turn more molecules will leave the surface, molecules will leave the surface and they changes into the vapors. It's mean by increasing the temperature, kinetic energy of the molecules increases and the process of evaporation also increases. So by increasing temperature, process of evaporation also increases. So this is the effect of temperature on the process of evaporation. So here you can see that we have a liquid water. When we increase its temperature, then the more molecules will be started to leave the surface and changes into the vapors due to the increase in the energy. That energy is known as the kinetic energy. Next, we have the third factor that is going to affect the process of evaporation. This is the intermolecular forces. That how the intermolecular forces is going to be affect. Mainly the evaporation of the liquid depends upon the intermolecular forces. If we have the stronger intermolecular forces in the liquids, then the rate of evaporation will be slow. Rate of evaporation will be slow. It will be slow. Now, why it is going to be slow? When the molecules are strongly attached to each other, they will not leave the surface easily as they are having the strong attraction between them. One molecule is attracted toward the other molecules more tightly, so they will not easily leave the surface and they will not change into the gas phase or the vapor phase. So that's why when there are strong intermolecular forces, then the rate of the evaporations will be slow and vice versa. But on the other hand, the different liquids have different rate of evaporation and at the same temperature because that they have different attractive forces between their molecules. So the different molecules have different attractive forces, then their rate of evaporation will also be different. For example, if we have a look on the water, it is having strong intermolecular forces as compared to the other liquid that is alcohol. As we have see that alcohols when they are going to be keep in the container, they will be easily converted into the vapor phase as compared to the water because the intermolecular forces are strong in water and they are weaker in the alcohols. So therefore the alcohols easily be evaporated as compared to the water. So this is a simple overview about our today's lecture that what factors are going to affect the evaporation. I hope you guys understand and the next topic we will discuss the main property of the liquids that is the vapor pressure. For that time have a good day and Allah Hafiz.